Hello everyone, my name is Nilja Arora and I'm working as an assistant professor in CSE department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today I'll going to discuss the topic all pairs shortest path algorithm, that is Floyd-Warshall algorithm, that comes under the subject design and analysis of algorithm having code KCS 503. So today we will discuss the all pairs shortest path problem, then how we can solve that problem using Floyd-Warshall approach. We will discuss the overview and the strategy or approach followed by the Floyd-Warshall algorithm. After that, we will also discuss the complexity of the Floyd-Warshall algorithm, its applications and limitations. So basically the Floyd-Warshall algorithm is used for solving the all pairs shortest path problem. So what is all pairs shortest path problem? As we have already discussed in the Dijkstra algorithm, what the Dijkstra algorithm does, it finds the shortest path from the source node, single source node, to every vertices or nodes present in your graph. For example, we have a source node S and we have to calculate the shortest path from this single source S to remaining other nodes. For example, we have nodes A, B, C, D. Then we have to shortest path from the S to A, S to B, S to C and S to D. We are having the single source and we have the various destination nodes and we have to calculate the shortest path from this source node to remaining n-1 nodes present in your graph. But what we want in all pair shortest path problem, we have to calculate the shortest path for each pair of vertices, for every pair of vertices present in your graph. For example, we have to calculate the shortest distance from A to B. We have to calculate the shortest distance from B to E. We have to calculate the shortest path from E to F. Or we can say that we have to calculate the shortest path for every source node to every destination node, that is from I to J. Okay. So that is all pair shortest path problem that we can solve using the Floyd-Warshall algorithm. So Floyd-Warshall algorithm works for a weighted graph. Okay, it can also work for directed weighted graph or undirected weighted graph. So what is a weighted graph? Basically, weighted graph is a graph in which each edge has a numerical value associated with it. What is numerical value? It may be a cost, it may be a distance. Okay, it may be a effort that you have to apply to find out the result. But there is one limitation of the Floyd-Warshall algorithm, that is, it doesn't work along with the graph which is having the negative cycles. For example, we have a cycle or three edges in your graph, that is edge 1 having cost or weight -1. This is edge 2 which is having cost suppose -5, and this is edge 3. This is a directed graph, okay, and this third edge having a weight suppose positive value, that is 2. So what will be the total cost? It will be -1 -5 plus 2 which is -4, which is negative. So this is a negative weighted cycle. So Floyd-Warshall algorithm doesn't work for a negative weighted cycle if it is present in your graph. So therefore, if the distance from the vertex V from itself is negative, then we can assume that the graph has the presence of a negative cycle and it will not work for that. So basically, the Floyd-Warshall algorithm follows the dynamic programming approach to find out the shortest path for all pair of vertices. Here, the algorithm doesn't construct the shortest path itself, but it can reconstruct the path with a simple modification on previous calculated paths. We will discuss it with an example in the further slides. Next, the Floyd-Warshall algorithm is also called as Floyd's algorithm, Roy-Floyd algorithm, Roy-Warshall algorithm, or we can say it as WFI algorithm as well as. Next, come to a working approach, that is how Floyd-Warshall algorithm works. Basically, In Floyd-Warshall algorithm, we have to construct or calculate a matrix A that gives the length of the shortest path between each pair of vertices. Initially, we initialize the matrix A with L. What is L here? Basically, we have to calculate the direct distances between every pair of the nodes. For example, we have a source node I and we have a destination node J. Then we will consider the cost of the edge which is directly connecting the nodes I and J. It means we are considering the path length 1. Okay, it means we are checking that they are directly connected or not. If they are directly connected, then their cost will be written in the matrix. Otherwise, if they are not directly connected, we will write infinity at that particular cell value. So, after calculating the direct distances between the node, it then does n iterations, and after k iterations, the matrix A gives the length of the shortest paths that only use nodes in set 1, 2 up to k as intermediate nodes. And after n iterations, the matrix A therefore gives the length of the shortest paths using any of the nodes in n as an intermediate node. We can say it as k. For example, if the matrix A to the power k matrix, basically it represents the matrix A after kth iteration, and it can be calculated or implemented by using this formula or logic. What this formula or logic says, if we have to calculate the cell value at I in the matrix at ij position in matrix A to the power k, then how it can be calculated? We can calculate it by using this formula. For example, if we are going from I to J directly, then what will be the cost? We will check it in the previous matrix AK minus 1. Or if we are going from if we have to go from I to J, then if we are not going directly, first we go from I to K, intermediate node K, and then from K we are going to the destination node J. इधर फॉर्मूला में आप चेक कर सकते हो. Here we are first calculating the distance from I to K and then from K to J, and दोनों का आप सम कर रहे हैं. अगर ये वैल्यू मिनिमम है as compared to AK minus 1 IJ, then we will consider this value. Otherwise, if this value is greater than AK minus 1 IJ, then we will consider this value, assign this value to AKI minus IJ. Okay. We will discuss it more with the help of an example. Basically, the Floyd-Warshall algorithm uses the principle of optimality to compute the length from I to J passing through the intermediate vertex K. So now consider an example. Suppose you are given a graph having vertices 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then first we have to calculate the matrix A0. Okay. What does 0 represents here? Basically 0 is saying that we are considering the distance from the source node to the destination node directly. Okay. It means we are considering the path length as 1. Suppose we have to calculate the distance from 1 to 1. So 1 to 1 कोई path नहीं है, तो you will write here 0. Then 1 से 2, क्या 1 से 2 कोई direct path है, direct edge है? Yes, है. जिसकी cost क्या है? 3. Then you will write here 3. Then 1 to 3, 1 से 3 आप 4 के थ्रू तो जा सकते हैं, but 1 से 3 there is no direct edge. So here you will write infinity. So in matrix A0, you are writing or entering the values or the distances from the source node to the destination node if they are connected directly. Okay, we are considering the direct edge between the source and the destination node. This is A to the power 0 initial matrix. Then after that we will calculate the matrix A1. This is step 2. Here 1 क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है यहाँ पर कि सपोज अगर हमें I से J तक जाना है, ओके, I is a source node and J is a destination node, देन I से J आप डायरेक्टली ना जाकर आप I से पहले कहाँ जाएंगे, इंटरमीडिएट वर्टेक्स 1 पर, एंड 1 से फिर आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं, J पर। ओके, हियर सबसे पहले आप यहाँ पे क्या करोगे, अगर यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द मैट्रिक्स A to the power 1, देन द फर्स्ट रो एंड द फर्स्ट कॉलम, ओके, द फर्स्ट रो एंड फर्स्ट कॉलम की जो वैल्यूज हैं वो सेम आएंगी, सिमिलर होंगी एज प्रीवियस मैट्रिक्स A to the power 0, एंड इन द डायगोनल पार्ट यू विल राइट 0 बिकॉज 4 to 4 कोई पाथ नहीं है, 3 to 3 कोई पाथ नहीं है, 2 to 2 कोई पाथ नहीं है, तो यू विल राइट 0 वैल्यूज ऑन दी डायगोनल, एंड फॉर अदर वैल्यूज you are using, you have to use this formula. You have to check कि I से J तक जाना आपके लिए ऑप्टिमल है, इट मीन्स I से J अगर आप डायरेक्टली जा रहे हैं तो वो पाथ मिनिमम है, या फिर I से 1 पे जाएं, आप 1 से फिर J पर जाएं, इसकी कॉस्ट मिनिमम है। तो इन दोनों पाथ में से जो कॉस्ट मिनिमम होगी आप वो यहाँ पे राइट करेंगे। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपको 2 से 3 तक जाना है, ये वैल्यू आपको कैलकुलेट करनी है, तो फर्स्ट यू विल चेक इन A to the power 0 कि आप 2 से 3 अगर आप डायरेक्ट जा रहे हैं तो कॉस्ट क्या आ रही है, 9। ओके, 2 से 3 आप डायरेक्ट जा रहे हैं तो कॉस्ट विल बी 9, बट अगर आप 2 से पहले 1 पर जाएं, देन 1 से आप 3 पे जा रहे हैं, तो 2 से अगर आप 1 पे जाते हैं तो कॉस्ट क्या आ रही है, 2, एंड 1 से 3 के लिए कोई एज नहीं है, डायरेक्ट एज, तो इट इज इंफिनिटी। तो इस 2 to 1 एंड 1 to 3 इस पाथ की टोटल कॉस्ट क्या आएगी, इंफिनिटी। तो 9 एंड इंफिनिटी में से कौन सी वैल्यू मिनिमम है, 9, सो यू विल राइट हियर 9। ओके, तो आप चेक करेंगे कि डायरेक्ट जाना आपके लिए ऑप्टिमल है या फिर इंटरमीडिएट वर्टेक्स 1 के थ्रू जाना आपके लिए ऑप्टिमल है, तो उसी के बेसिस पे आप सारी वैल्यूज यहाँ पर कैलकुलेट करेंगे। नाउ स्टेप 3, वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द मैट्रिक्स A to the power 2 using the matrix A to the power 1. So if you have to calculate the matrix A to the power 2, then first step is you have to write the second row and second column. The values will remain same as in previous matrix A to the power 1. जो मैट्रिक्स A1 में जो वैल्यूज हैं सेकेंड रो एंड सेकेंड कॉलम की, वो आप एज इट इज रखेंगे यहाँ पर। डायगोनल पे क्या आएंगी, 0 वैल्यूज, एंड फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द वैल्यूज अगेन यू हैव टू यूज दैट फॉर्मूला कि अगर आप 1 से 4 डायरेक्ट जा रहे हैं तो उसकी आप कॉस्ट चेक करेंगे कि 1 से 4 आप डायरेक्ट ना जाकर 1 से आप पहले कहाँ जाएंगे, 2 पर, इंटरमीडिएट वर्टेक्स 2 पर, देन 2 से फिर आप कहाँ जा रहे हैं, 4 पर। तो इन दोनों पाथ्स में से कौन सी वैल्यू मिनिमम है आप उसको कंसीडर करेंगे। ठीक है, कि 1 से 4 डायरेक्ट जाना आपके लिए ऑप्टिमल है, या फिर 1 से आप पहले 2 पर जाएं, 2 से 4 पे जाएं, तो उनमें से जो भी शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ होगा, जो भी मिनिमम वैल्यू होगी, आप उसे राइट करेंगे। तो दिस इज हाउ द मैट्रिक्स A2 कैन बी क्रिएटेड। सिमिलरली you have to calculate the A to the power 3. In A to the power 3 you have to write this third row and third column will be same as A2. Okay, and in the diagonal part you have to write 0 and other values you have to calculate by using the same logic, and similarly you have to calculate the matrix A4 with the help of matrix A3. So how many iterations are there? There are 5 iterations. First you have to calculate A to the power 0, then A to the power 1, then A to the power 2, A to the power 3, and at last you have to calculate A to the power 4. It means total number of iterations यहाँ कितने हुए, n plus 1, where n is the number of vertices or nodes present in your graph. So there are n plus 1 iterations here, and at last जो A4 matrix है, it gives the shortest path between the all pair of vertices. For example, from 3 to 3 the shortest path is 0, from 3 to 4 the shortest path is 5, from 2 to 2 shortest path is 0, and from 2 to 3 shortest path is 6. So the last matrix A4 gives the shortest path between all pair of vertices. So let's come to a algorithm of the Floyd-Warshall shell. We are using two variables n and a. Here n is the total number of vertices present in your graph and a is the matrix of dimension n cross n. And we have to use 3 loops. First is a k loop from 1 to n, second I loop from 1 to n, and j loop from 1 to n. This is for the matrix part. as we are using the matrix, and we know that in matrix you have to use for loop, one loop for the rows and one loop for the columns, and k loop is used for the number of iterations. Okay, and the logic is same. If you have to calculate a to the power k ij matrix, then it can be calculated by using this logic. We have to check a to the power k minus 1. प्रीवियस मैट्रिक्स में आप देखेंगे आई जे की क्या वैल्यू है, एंड प्रीवियस मैट्रिक्स में आप देखेंगे कि आई से जे डायरेक्ट ना जाकर आप आई टू के जा रहे हैं, देन के टू जे जा रहे हैं. तो इन दोनों पार्ट में जो कॉस्ट मिनिमम होगी आप उसे असाइन करेंगे ए टू द पावर के आई जे. एंड आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ द लूप, जब आपकी सारी आइट्रेशंस यहाँ पे कंप्लीट हो जाएंगी, n plus 1 iterations when completed, then last matrix a to the power k will be returned, and it will gives you the all pair shortest path for each pair of vertices. So what will be the complexity? Here we are using 3 loops. One is for the iterations, one loop for I and j, 2 loops for the matrix. So as we are using 3 loops, the complexity will be n to the power cube. So total time complexity of Floyd-Warshall algorithm is big O of n cube. And what will be the space complexity? Space complexity of the Floyd-Warshall algorithm is O n square. As you are storing your values, cost values in the form of matrix, so the complexity will be big O of n square. So these are the few applications of Floyd-Warshall algorithm. First, it can be used to find the shortest path for each pair of vertices in a directed graph, and it can also be used to find the transitive closure of directed graphs. Basically, it can be used for determining the reachability of the nodes. It means if you have to check, is there any path from the source node S to any destination node, suppose J, then we can find that using Floyd-Warshall algorithm. It can also be used to find the inversion of the real matrices. We can also use Floyd-Warshall algorithm to detect the negative weighted cycles in a graph, and it can also be used for testing whether a undirected graph is bipartite or not. What is bipartite graph? If there are, suppose, n number of vertices in a graph, and if we are able to subdivide those vertices in 2 components. Okay, if we are able to subdivide those vertices of a graph in 2 different components, then that graph will be bipartite. Otherwise, it will not be bipartite. And Floyd-Warshall algorithm can also be implemented in a distributed system, making it suitable for data structures such as graph of graphs that can be used in maps. So these are the few applications of Floyd-Warshall algorithm. Now, what will be the limitation or weakness of Floyd-Warshall algorithm? As we have already discussed, Floyd-Warshall algorithm doesn't work for negative weighted cycles if they are present in your graph. It can work for negative edges, which is a limitation of Dijkstra, as Dijkstra cannot work if there are negative edges present in your graph. But Floyd-Warshall can work for the negative edges if they are present in your graph, but it doesn't work for the negative weighted cycles if they are present in your graph. And another limitation is that it works slower than the other algorithms designed to perform the sum task. Okay, thank you.